Welcome to another Tech Help video brought to you by excellearningzone.com. I'm your instructor, Richard Rost. In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to calculate a merchant cash advanced loan repayment in Microsoft Excel. We're going to figure out how long it's going to take based on your average sales per day to pay off that loan. Today's question comes from Zane in Denver, Colorado, one of my platinum members. Zane says, I recently took out a merchant cash advance loan where the lender takes 30% of my daily sales until the loan is paid off. Can you show me how to calculate what the end payment date would be? Yes, Zane, of course, I've taken out these kinds of cash advance loans myself in the past. In fact, I currently have one out with PayPal. They have something called a working capital loan. And since most of my sales gets transacted through PayPal, they'll just automatically take a daily percentage of your sales, which is a great way to get cash up front. And then it's just paid by whatever sales come in, which is good because if your sales don't, if your sales are low, your repayment's low. If your sales are high, they get more. For those of you who don't know what an MCA is, a merchant cash advance loan, with a traditional loan like a car loan or a mortgage, you specify a loan amount. Let's say you're borrowing $90,000, an interest rate that's fixed, 7%. You pick a term, right? 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, whatever. And then they give you the monthly payment. And then you know exactly how much you're paying every month and exactly when the loan is going to be finished. These kinds of loans are fairly straightforward to calculate. I cover them in my Excel Expert Level 6 class, but I get asked this one a lot. It's a very popular topic, so I'll probably put a Tech Help video on this subject together in the future, but I do cover lots of different stuff, including a full amortization schedule in this class. Now, when you take out an MCA loan, you know the loan amount and you know what percentage of sales are going to be put toward paying the loan back, but you got no idea what the term is. Like I said, your sales can go up and down. Now, if you know roughly what your average sales are every month, every week, whatever, you can figure out ahead of time roughly how long it will take you to pay back the loan. So, for example, if your average daily sales, let's say, are $1,000, you got a 30% return rate. That way you're repaying $300 a day. So if your loan starts on, let's say, August 25th, $100,000 loan, it's going to take you roughly 333 days to pay it back, which turns out to be July of the following year. This is pretty easy to put together. The tricky part is tracking the loan in the middle, okay? Because you know the total amount of the loan, you know how much you paid back since then, you know how much you still have due, and you know when the loan started. So now you can calculate how many days has it been since the start of the loan today. Knowing that, we can figure out what our average per day payback has been, in this case, $367, right? Knowing that we're paying back an average of $367 and that we still have $35,000 to go, we can divide that and figure out, okay, we've got around 95 days left, add that to today's date, and then we can figure out what our estimated completion date is. It's just some math. There's no crazy functions we have to use. It's just putting it all together in the right way. And that's what we're going to do in today's video. So that's why I labeled this as a beginner video. We're just going to be doing some simple math, nothing crazy. We're going to use a couple of functions, like to figure out the current date, stuff like that, but nothing you can't handle. So if you have not yet watched my free Excel Beginner 1 lesson, go watch this first so you get a basic understanding of Excel before starting today's class. Okay, so here I am in Excel in a brand new sheet. Let's figure out how to calculate what the estimated completion date would be for a brand new loan that we haven't taken out yet or that we just started. So let's say new loan here in A1. All right, so let's assume we know our average daily sales. All right, I'm going to widen that column out a little bit. Let's say our average daily sales, $1,000, okay? And your repayment rate is going to be 30%. So that means your daily repayment rate is going to be equals your daily sales times your repayment rate, right? Basic math. All right, so we're repaying $300 a day. Start date of the loan, you can type in whatever you want in here. I'll put in 2023 8/25, which is today's date. And for those of you who don't know, I use the ISO date standard in all of my videos. That's a universal date format for everybody, no matter where you are. It goes year, month, day. It's a whole lot more logical. I'm on a mission to change the world. I want everyone to use this format because it doesn't matter if you're in the USA or UK or Australia or whatever. And it's great for computers too because it sorts perfectly easily. No weird stuff. All right, so check that out. There's a video here. It explains how it works. All right, what's the loan amount? Loan amount, let's say it's $100,000. And now I like to get everybody in the habit of putting in loan amounts as negative values. All right, because some things, like some of the financial functions work better that way. If you get in the habit of typing those in as negative numbers. You owe that money to someone else, right? Now, the number of days to repay that loan. Days to repay. All right. Well, we know the loan amount. We know how much we're going to repay on average every day. So that's going to be equal to this divided by this, right? And then, of course, that's going to come in as a negative number because that one's a negative. So we're going to flip this thing as negative times -1, and that'll fix that. And I don't like to see fractions, so we're just going to reduce the number of decimals there. Leave the actual value in there. We're not going to round it, but we're just going to show it as a full number of days. All right, so 333 days from this date to repay that loan. That seems about right, right? And now we know how many days, and we know the start date. So the completion date is going to be equals this date plus this many days. The nice thing about Excel and Access and VB and a lot of different languages is that a unit of 1 is equal to 1 day. So if you want 333 days after a specific date, you just simply add it, and there's your date. So our completion date should be right around there. All right, and that's for a new loan. Let's make that gray. New loan. Now that's the easy part. Let's say we're 5 months into our loan. Okay? So let's come over here and we'll say, all right, a current loan. Let's say we're a little bit down the road here. Okay? So the loan amount, again, is negative $100,000. And let's make this a little bit bigger. Do that. Make that gray. Okay. Now, how much have you paid back? Paid back. Let's say we paid back $65,000 and not $650,000, $65,000. Okay? Which, by the way, let's throw a little formatting on these because I can see I typed this one in wrong too. I like to see the commas in my big numbers. I like negative numbers to have parentheses around them. Accountants love that one. I like to see them as red. Okay? So just pick this guy here. Drop this box down. I don't like currency or accounting. I like to go to more number formats. I like under custom, I like this guy right there. That's my preferred one. You can pick whatever you want. It's basically negative numbers will be in parentheses. It'll show you the commas. Negative numbers will also be red. Okay, and we don't have to see anything after the decimal point. That's my favorite one right there. That's what it looked like. And now I can easily see that's $1 million and not 100,000. There we go. And now we'll just use the format painter and copy that format on the other guys. So we don't have to do all those steps again, right? Click on this. Here's the format painter right there. Double click on it and it'll stick on. And now we just click on that one. All the other dollar amounts, daily sales, daily repayment rate, loan amount, and that's it for that. Okay, and we can turn that back off again. Click on it again. See? You can make these green if you prefer them green. I'm fine with that. I know I made them green here in the slide for the beginning. Okay, whatever you want to do. All right, let's get back to it. So the start date, let's say we started this loan on 3/1. All right, and again, if you don't type in a year, you get that format. So I'm going to go back to this guy, format paint my date that I like. All right, now, how many days has it been since this loan started? Days since start. Okay, well, we need to know what today's date is. And for today's date, we can use the Excel function that's equal today. All right, which is different from Access and VBA and all that. I don't know why they use today. It's probably for backward compatibility. But equals today, open and close parentheses. All right, and then we're going to subtract the start date. All right, if you take two dates and subtract them from each other, you get the difference in the number of days. And there you go. Now, that's formatted as a date. We don't want it formatted as a date. We want it formatted as a basic number. So I'm just going to pick one of these numbers over here. And then let's pick, let's pick this date. because that's not a currency value. And then we'll format paint over that. And there we go. 177 days. Or you can just drop this down and pick a number. All right, so there have been 177 days between today and this date. And now we could figure out what the average per day repayment has been, right? Because we know how many days and we know how much we've paid back in that time. So that's an easy one. That's going to be the total amount divided by the days since the start. All right, so there we go. And that's a currency value. So we'll click on this guy, format painter, click on that guy. All right. So we've been paying back an average of $367 per day, which is about what our ahead of time calculations were. That's not too shabby, right? In fact, let's set the start date to the same as this guy. I'm going to copy and paste and see how close our numbers come. Okay. We'll say they both started on March 1st. All right, we know the average per day that we're paying back. Now we got to figure out how many days are left. Okay? And to do that, we know how much we're paying back per day. So we got to figure out, okay, how much do we owe still? Divide that by the average per day. To do that, I'm going to actually put in here how much is due. Let's move it up top here. Let's slide all this stuff down. All right. Balance still due is going to be equals. Now this guy is a negative number, so we're going to take this and multiply it by -1 to get a positive number, and then subtract how much we paid back. All right, so we've got $35,000 left to pay. Okay, so now I can say days left is going to be equal to whatever the balance due is divided by how much I'm paying back per day. I still owe $35,000 and it's taking me, right, this long to do it. I'm paying back $367 a day. So therefore, I've got 95 days left at this rate until it's paid back. Okay. Well, what's 95 days in the future, right? Completion date, or just completion, equals today's date plus how many days we got to go. And let's format it. There we go. We should be done paying in November. And that's not too bad because we're paying back more than we anticipated originally, right? Here we figured out just $300 a day. And here we're figuring that our average so far is $367. If I change this to $367, look at that. It comes out exact. Right? Let's put that back there. And of course, it's always nice to see the percent paid back, which is going to be equal to this divided by that times -1. We paid 65 back. Let's make that a percentage. There we go. So that's pretty much it. There's all the math. There's all the numbers. That's how you do it. Like I said, I know I made mine a little prettier for the title slide. If you want to learn how to put conditional formatting on, so negative numbers are red, positive numbers are green, I do have a free video where I walk you through how to do that. Here's a link. You'll find a link down below. And if you like my videos, if you want to learn more, I've got tons more Excel videos on my website. There's the link right there. I cover everything from functions and conditional formatting to that PMT function to calculate loans, all kinds of stuff. You name it, check it out. Now, those of you who know me and follow my channel, you know that most of what I do is Microsoft Access, the database application. So in tomorrow's video, I'm going to show you how to do these same calculations in Access. We're going to put it into the account balances database that I built before. So we're going to have a loan account in our database that, like I said, I've got an MCA loan myself right now. I've got a PayPal working capital loan. So I want to put this in my account balances database so I can tell when I'm going to be done paying off this loan. That'll be in tomorrow's Microsoft Access video. And don't forget, folks, most of what I do is Access. So if you want more Excel videos, you need to pipe up. You need to put a comment down below and say, I want more Excel. Please. Squeaky wheel gets the grease. And if a lot of you are into Excel or Word or whatever, I'll start doing more of those types of videos. But that is going to be your Excel Tech Help video for today. I hope you learned something, my friends. Live long and prosper. I'll see you next time. How do you become a member? Click the join button below the video. After you click the join button, you'll see a list of all the different membership levels that are available, each with its own special perks. Silver members and up will get access to all of my extended cut Tech Help videos, live video and chat sessions, and other perks. Gold members get access to download all of the sample spreadsheets that I build in my Tech Help videos, plus my code vault where I keep tons of different functions that I use, and more. Platinum members get access to all the previous perks, plus all of my beginner full courses and one new expert course every week. These are the full-length courses found on my website, and not just for Excel. I also teach Word, Access, Visual Basic, ASP, and lots more. Now, when you do sign up to become a member, I need you to email me and tell me I want more Excel. The vast majority of my videos are for Microsoft Access because that's on my focus for the past few years. However, I'm happy to add more Excel videos if I get more Excel members. So make your voice heard, and I'll make lots more Tech Help lessons for Excel. But don't worry, these free Tech Help videos are going to keep coming. As long as you keep watching them, I'll keep making more, and they'll always be free. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and post any comments that you have. I do try to read and answer all of them as soon as I can. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, which is completely free. Click the bell icon to select all and receive notifications when new videos are posted. Want to learn more? If you're watching this video on YouTube, just click the Show More link below the video to find additional resources and links. You'll see a list of other related videos, additional information on the current topic, free lessons, and lots more. YouTube no longer sends out email notifications when new videos are posted, so if you'd like to get an email every time I post a new video, click on the link to join my mailing list. If you have not yet tried my free Excel Level 1 course, check it out now. It's over 90 minutes long, and it covers all the basics of using Microsoft Excel. And if you like Level 1, Level 2 is just $1, and it's free for all members of my channel at any level, even supporters. Just email me and let me know you signed up as a member. Want to have your question answered in a video just like this one? Visit my Tech Help page, and you can send me your question there. And while you're on my website, be sure to stop by and check out my Excel forum. Be sure to follow my blog, and of course you can find me on Twitter and YouTube. And as always, thanks for learning with ExcelLearningZone.com. I'm Richard Rost. See you next time.